Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, Ma'amaf. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly and willingly called God of Jehovah. Bahashim meaning in the name of, Yahweh Shai meaning he who delivers, who the world ignorantly and willingly called JC today. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and another double honor to my elder as well, Ahar Wandabi Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect, pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the one-third remnant believers on Yahweh Shemel Shah, Shalom, Shalom. It's going to be a quick spiritual hydration, and I'm going to get straight into it. The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 31. Heaven, in verse 30, verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away, right? All these things be done. You know, the prophecy spoken that Yahweh Shai, is basically telling our people and, break it down for them. Break it down to the prophets, to feed the flock with these same words. You see what I'm saying? And it says, but of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. So, right, nobody knows the time that Yahweh Shai will be coming back, not even Yahweh Shai. Only Yahweh knows that. That's why we got to take heed, watch and pray. Continue fast, hold fast, to thy crown. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do the work of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah. It says, for the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. So, right, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. The Lord gave us authority over, the house of David, to watch over the house of Israel. You see what I'm saying? To teach them, feed them with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, with that true living water, given from Yahweh Shai. It says, watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. So, right, this was really the point of why I decided to do the spiritual hydration, verse 35, because you got brothers dropping videos at evening. You got brothers dropping videos at midnight, at the cock crowing or in the morning. I drop most of my videos at the cock crowing, getting off. Kind of make sure we get our work in, because, the devil will work you so many hours to the point where you get off, you start yawning, you falling asleep on the way home, and like, dang, I ain't did a lesson in so-and-so days. So let me, get right real quick, because it can easily trickle on to the next day and the next day and the next day, just because you're so tired because of what's going on here, in Babylon. But we commanded to basically feed the sheep of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and make sure, that we feed them, what I'm saying? Give them that true bread, but when it's all said and done. Verse 35 again, watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. So, right, you don't want to be in that spirit of sleeping, going back into the world, worried about the cares of this life. We see it time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Rather be out there diligent, and next thing you know, he'll let a job or a woman or family members take him away from, take him right out the truth. You don't see them doing lessons no more. You don't see them, you know what I'm saying, doing what needs to be done. Because basically they was worried about the cares of this life, but the Lord said, watch and pray and feed his sheep, But Matthew chapter 24 and verse 45. Matthew 24 and 45, whose then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayed his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware. It's all right when it's all said and done with. You get too worried about the cares of this life, trying to go back in the world and fun, not balancing things out. The Lord gonna come in a day which you know if not. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be asleep when he coming. Then you gonna find out you ain't even flipped that bad. You ain't flip his money because you was out here worrying about folly. Verse 51, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him its portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, right? He gonna put you your with the hypocrites, whatever that could be. A concentration camp, but you ain't gonna have the same spirit that those brothers have that's in there. So you know what I'm saying. You might have a plague in the mind. The Lord mess you up, and then you go and bow that knee. The whole time you was calling on Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, now you bow that knee. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't diligent. You wasn't sincere about it. Actually love the Lord. Because said, he shall cut him asunder and appoint him as portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, right? I don't even want to know what that, feel like when it's all said and done with. John chapter 21 and verse 15. It's going to be the last precept, spiritual hydration. John 21 and 15. So when they have dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. And he said unto him a third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest that all things, thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep. And right, he's trying to get him to understand it and get in his head. This is the same thing. He had asked him 3 times. The same thing I had to, do to my son, basically, because, I got to make sure that he paying attention. You see what I'm saying? Say it 2-3 times and ask you the same thing an hour later, and ask you the same thing the next day. Do you love Yahushua? Do you love Yahushua? It's the same question. Do you love Yahushua? You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that he understands what I'm trying to get in his head. And it's the same thing that the Lord was trying to get in Peter's head. Tell him, basically, feed the sheep. Feed the sheep. You know what I'm saying? This gospel got to be published across the 4 corners of the earth for a testimony. And now we reading it, and now we able to feed the sheep because the apostles fed the sheep, because Yahushua fed the sheep. You see what I'm saying? So now we all enter into the same work, of Yahweh, basically. So come, man. Just a quick lesson, quick spiritual hydration. Feed the Lord's sheep, watch and pray. He come in an hour that you know not. Shalom on to the next.